Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So because my new cat tarots haven't arrived yet, I am moving to other animal-based tarots, and I think that it will be nice to do themes. So I can give you all sorts of themes. You can give me your suggestions. I can go on Chinese or Japanese decks. I can go for all sorts of fairy decks and the classical, of course. I think that I will do classical tarot after I'll go over the variety of the Rider-Waite and the Rider-Waite clones that are out there. And although I'm using them every once in a while, but I think that I will do something that is combining them all in a few readings, one after the other, and then it will be a little bit more varied. Okay, so I don't know if you know, but there is something that is called Black Twitter. And Black Twitter apparently is Twitter for people from African descent. Doesn't have to be African American, could be all sorts of people who are dark skinned, more than the usual white ones. Now, this is, I think, if you are going to come and say that you are being discriminated, segregated, if people are racist against you, going on and putting this very segregated Twitter, a place where you can just say whatever you want because it's only for black people, and it's really ridiculous. But the Sussex squad already started talking about doing that, and amazingly, Christopher Boozy apparently did a poll before the elections, and he made a commitment to delete his account if the Democrats don't win. And apparently they did not win. I didn't understand exactly what were his measurements, if it's 2 seats over the Republicans or something like that. And then afterwards, he started asking people, okay, so do you want me to delete my my account? I mean, if you already said that you will, why aren't you doing that? But Sussex Squad members are saying they are moving to Black Twitter. And on one hand, it seems, okay, that's great, go there and leave us alone. On the other hand, it is an opening for a lot of claims of segregation, of discrimination. So what is behind that? Is it something that they're going to do? So I'm going to do something that is called the short Celtics. That is only the first 5 cards. And then it will give us some kind of an idea. And I'm using the Crow Tarot with the Raven Cards Oracle that I got today. So let's start by clearing the deck. Okay, so let's start asking. Black Twitter and Sussex squads, why are they thinking of leaving there? What do they think that they will achieve by moving to Black Twitter? What is the purpose of Black Twitter? What are they thinking of achieving by moving to Black Twitter? And are they going to actually move to Black Twitter and leave Twitter? And once again, I don't think it was made for Sussex squad members. I think that they are going now to try and utilize this in order to create their own separate group where they can do whatever they want and say whatever they want without being scrutinized for it. So the first card is a clarification card, a card that shows us the whole situation as it is, and we're getting the Lovers. And the Lovers is a card that speaks about being total. This is a card that speaks about cutting out whatever is not helping you in your life's pathway in order to move forward. And this card actually shows us the need or the thought of segregation. This is what the Lovers mean when we're talking about cutting out whatever is not helping you. So these two crows here are actually going each on their separate ways. This is what the description of this card means when we are looking at this psychological description. Now, as I said, many times Lovers is seen as a card of partnership, of people that are being together. But look at this card. You can see that there is a snake between the two trees. There is between that looming in between those two crows. The heart looks very bloody and anatomical. This is not a lovey-dovey card. So this is the description of what is going on. The need to create themselves their own space, and they want this segregation. This is something that they feel is going to help them in what they are trying to achieve. So, but what are their limitations, or what are the obstacles? And the obstacles are the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, that's a card of bondages and shackles. And this is a card of someone who is really bonded and shackled emotionally. And the Eight of Swords is not a very easy card. It is a card of people that are self-destructive. All of this is about being self-destructive. It is about betrayals, it's about lies, it's about concealment, and feeling helpless, feeling trapped. And this is how they feel in the white Twitter. And this card is a card that shows us that they mean to distribute lies, they mean to conceal things, and they believe that in Black Twitter they can do those things without being monitored as they are on the regular Twitter. So this is their attempt to get over all of those shackles that are shackling them, or as they see themselves going back to the shackles of slavery, and they don't want to go back to those shackles, so they believe that creating their own space will help them get over these shackles. But it is about lies, it's about concealment, it's about betrayals, it's about people that are feeling helpless. And because they're feeling helpless and unable to move forward, and they feel the need to cut in between and to segregate themselves. So that's the card that shows us the things that are in their obstacles. So what is in the basis of a Sussex squad wanting to move to Black Twitter? Because if they go to Black Twitter, they will not get the big audience that they have in Twitter. So what is the basis for that? And we get another card that looks very much like the Lovers, and it is about the Two of Cups. Now look how similar those two cards look. Both of them has this very anatomical heart. Both of them have two ravens that are in a way kissing or being together. Both of them have some kind of snakes in between, here and here, although this is the medical symbol, but it's still there are still two snakes here. And the Two of Cups is a card that tells us that the Sussex squad want to move because they feel that they cannot be as active as they want to be in what they want to portray, what they want to say to the world or or between themselves. They cannot be so active in Twitter or in any other social network. And I don't think that they mean to move completely from white Twitter. Black Twitter for them is a place where they can lie, conceal, do all of those conniving things that they want to do behind the scenes, behind the eyes of the regulators, and being able to do and say whatever they want. And they feel that this is a place where they can communicate between themselves and maybe even with Meghan and Harry, because this is a card of being active, being the one who is courting the person that you want to get in touch with. So I think that this card shows us that they believe that in Black Twitter they can communicate with one another freely. They can communicate maybe even with their own leaders, who are Harry and Meghan. And as I showed you in one of my tweets, they are still getting paid to support the Sussexes. Okay, so that is in the basis of it. What are the hidden influences, or what is in their mind, things that they are not looking at, and they don't understand? And what we get here is the Sun. The Sun is a card that is a very good card. It's a card of happiness, abundance, of the Father card. And once again, because it's in their, let's say in their mind, but in a negative way. This is not a positive card. This is a card of the scratch. Something that is there, that is nagging them, but they are unaware of. And because of that, we're looking at the negative aspects of the Sun. And it shows us inability to accept abundance and happiness. And this is a very important thing to understand. People don't always know how to accept when they get good things, and they don't know how to appreciate good things. And if they don't know that, then they are never happy, because they never they never feel that they get what they want, what they need, because every time that they get something, they look at the next thing that they want to achieve, and they're not getting that. So this card shows how hard it is to accept abundance for them, how hard it is for them to accept happiness on other venues or other people's happiness. They don't want to look at the royal family and see that the royal family is thriving. They don't want to be even confronted with it, as they are in the white or the non-black Twitter. This is how I will call that. And this is a card of someone who is neglecting his own. So they are out into war against the royal family, that they neglect their own community, because segregating themselves from the whole other community is a bad thing. But they do not see that. They are so consumed with their option to speak whatever they want, to be malicious, to be hateful, to do whatever they want. They don't see the bad sides of that. And this is a card that shows that they are neglecting their own community. They are neglecting the interests of their own community. This is a card of a person who is running away from problems, a person that is self-concentrated, immature, and this is a very good example to what is behind the way that the Sussex squad are behaving and the way that they are making decisions. Okay, so what have they been doing for a long time that is not helping them any longer? What can we see in the past? And what we're getting here is the Seven of Pentacles. So once again, we need to look at the negative aspects of this card, but this card is negative from the beginning. This is a card of people that are disappointed from reality. They are disappointed from what they have. They are disappointed from Twitter. They're disappointed from the way that the Sussexes are being received. The way that the Sussexes are unsuccessful. This is why they are creating all sorts of things like Harry is the most sexiest ginger alive, all sorts of other things that are trying to create some kind of reality that isn't there. This card shows that they are actually very disappointed. They're very disappointed from the reality that they have. They are so afraid of failure, and they are avoiding. They are avoiding confronting the truth. They are avoiding confronting people that don't think like them. This is part of the reason why they want to move to a place where they don't need to confront anyone. They don't want that. They, as much as they are trying to engage with us in all sorts of accounts like Piggy Piglet or others, the majority of the Sussex squad don't want that confrontation because they know that they will lose. They cannot come out and say good things endlessly about the Sussexes when they know over and over again that it's untrue. So they prefer to just run away from the conflict, to avoid. And this is a bad choice. And they have made bad choices in the past, and they are making more bad choices. So this card shows that they have made a lot of mistakes. They are paying the price for those mistakes, and they're trying to avoid that by moving to a black Twitter. So will they move completely, or will they stay on Twitter? What can we see for the future? And for the future, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands tells me that they will move. Why? Because Three of Wands is a card of cooperation and recognition. It's a yes card. And this card shows that they want that cooperation between themselves, with the Sussexes themselves. They want to move in order to create what I can say a safe place for them. This is raven that doesn't really need the rungs in order to move to the other side. He can just fly, but no, he has created this ladder in order to be able to move to the other side. So this is about even more than they need. They don't need that. They don't need that, but they are going to do that because this is their way of feeling that they are recognized. They're feeling, this is like patting themselves on their own back. They feel that they are successful. They feel that they are doing everything that they want and getting away with this. But just think about it. This is like being the head of the wolves and not the head of the lions. This is about running away from places that are hard for them, places where they need to confront people that are against them, to a place where nobody's confronting them, nobody will say anything, and they will just go on talking about how much they love their princess and their king and how much they are successful, and nobody will come out against that and confront them with the reality that they are trying to run away from. So yes, they are going to move to black Twitter. Probably they will not erase their own Twitter, but the regular Twitter, but we will see them, as many already saw that the Sussex squad are less active because they are moving their activities to the black Twitter. So this is this is why we don't see them so active on Twitter lately. Okay, so that is the tarot, and the oracle, as I said, is raven cards. Huge cards, but beautiful cards. And this deck is a deck where you can see all of the interpretation in the card itself. It's going to be hard for me to shuffle these cards, so let's see how I can do that. But I don't think it's going to work this way. So what we're going to do is do this kind of funny shuffle. And try to okay. So let's see how it goes. And I'm going to spread it this way and ask for a message regarding Black Twitter and the move of the Sussex squad members to Black Twitter. So let's take this card, and what does it say? It says, keep your beak shut, calm down, listen quietly to your inner voice that has something to say to you. So this is for us. And this is telling us that for us, it is a good thing. And we need to just calm down about it. It will be easier for us to handle them when they are not so much active on Twitter. And this is telling us to just keep on doing whatever we feel is right and not talk about it too much, so they won't feel as if we care that they are moving. Tell them, move, that's great. You do what you do, we do ours. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.